The next priority standard that we have on here is count to 100 by ones and tens. That means they can start at any number, say 35. They can say 35 and they can keep counting by ones. So they can say 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41. Sometimes it's tricky for them to get started. So you can help say the first few numbers together. You can all say 35, 36, and then point to them and they can keep counting. We also want kids to be able to count by tens to 100. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, just like that. A lot of the activities that we're sending home in our weekly learning packets are going to help them to work on this skill. We also sent home some number flashcards because we want them to be able to recognize and write the numbers from 1 to 30 in random order. What that means is instead of having it go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, you might mix those cards up and show them the cards. So they would maybe say 6, 10, 5, 4. Being able to recognize those numbers in random order and also being able to write those numbers. When we send home our weekly learning packets, there's always an activity in there to help work on that. The next one of our priority standards here is in phonics. We want them to be able to read and write those 25 kindergarten priority snap words. That's these ones. We also want them to recognize all of the letters and letter sounds. So what we included in this priority standard packet is we made a chart that has all of the capital letters and the lowercase letters, but they're in random order. They aren't in A, B, C order. They're all mixed up. In this activity, what we're hoping the kids are able to do is point to the letter and say what that letter is, A, and then make the sound A. F, F, K, K, P, P. If your child isn't ready to be able to do these out of alphabetical order, we also have sent home the alphabet chart that has a picture clue for each letter to help kids really start to grab the sound that that letter makes and be able to transfer it onto here. Don't have one of those to show you right now. That wasn't bad planning on my part, but we'll make sure that you have one. They've come home a couple of times in the last couple of weeks, but if you guys have lost it or the kids have used it for something else, let us know and we will get you a new one. So this is everything that we have included in our priority standard packet. Really, we wanted to try to narrow it down to what is the most important things that we want the kindergarten kiddos to leave kindergarten being able to do. Again, we're calling these the priority standards. Every week, your learning packet is going to have different activities that is going to help them work on these priority standards. So there's also going to be things that come home in the learning packet that you don't need to be doing unless you find yourself with the time or your child wants to and can do that stuff independently. So coming home every week will be 2 books for the kids to read again and again and again. You'll also get some small sight word books. These are just ways for them to practice learning those snap words or sight words. They can read these books again and again and again. And at the very back, there's always a chance for them to practice writing that word as well. Coming home in your learning packets every week will also be, I can find it, will also be these, the picture that we got for the kiddos and blank lines for them to practice writing on. We also include some blank paper in case they want to do their own picture and write sentences that match it. We also will have a math packet that comes home that mostly needs some support for the kiddos. Looks like this. They might need some support on this stuff, reading the directions. Again, these are going to help build those priority kindergarten standards that we just talked about. We'll also have a chance for them to practice writing their numbers. I can trace the numbers. I can write the numbers. Again, this doesn't need to be going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You could say a number and have them write those numbers, practicing doing it in random order. 2 more things I want to show you that come home weekly in your learning packets that are, again, going to help build on those priority kindergarten standards. I mixed up my order, so bear with me. I know it's here somewhere. I just touched it. If I was savvy enough with the computer, I'd have some like music going right now too. Aha, there we go. Okay. These are coming home. And this is a chance for kids to build words using word parts. This is our word part, it. And here's an example, pit. We want kids to be able to think about other words that they could write that has the word part, it. Let me grab my pen and let me show you what I mean. So we want them to say pit, it, pit. So then they want to try to think of other letters they could put at the beginning of that word part, it, to make a new word like this. Let's try a sound. It, hit. See how I tried a different consonant at the beginning? And I put that word part together. It, hit. So the student would write down hit. Like this. They could try another sound. Let's try b. B, it, bit. Helps to have an alphabet chart in front of you so the kids can sort of go through the consonants in the alphabet, trying out different sounds at the beginning. And then having them go back and read the words they've written. Pit, hit, bit. This is something that they can do mostly independently. They might need a few hints about beginning letter sounds to be able to make as many words as they can. One more thing that I wanted to show you. This video is getting a little long. I'm very sorry. I'm hoping that it's really helping you. Is we have these. These are called CVC. That means consonant, vowel, consonant, segmenting and blending. This is a chance for kids to practice sounding out words and then reading them. And each dot has a sound. So let's do, I didn't really like that first word. Let's do, here's a great one. Let's do this one. So each dot is a different sound. W, I, N. W, I, N. What we want kids to do is to be able to blend those sounds together to find a word. So we have the W at the beginning, and then there's a word part I see, in. So I'm gonna try it again. W, in. And then saying it smoothly. That's what the line is for. Win. And saying the word. Win. W, I, N. W, in. Win. This is just a chance for them to practice sounding out words. This is going to help them with their reading. It's also going to help them with their writing, sounding out words and writing them down. Okay, I just threw a lot of information at you. Let it simmer. Maybe watch the video again once you have our packet that's in front of you, going through it. And really just remember, we know how hard this is. We are not trying to send home a ton of stuff that you need to be doing every day for hours and hours. We really just want these priority standards to be things that you're focusing on. And every day, you don't need to be working for more than 45 minutes. And I would recommend doing it in small little chunks. Take a breath. We know how hard this is, and we are here to support you. Please let us know if you have any questions, anything in here that didn't make sense, or anything else that you might need to help support your child. Each teacher is going to have what we're calling office hours. That's a chunk of time once or twice a week where you can contact us, or you can set up a time for FaceTime, for Zoom, for a phone call, for texting, whatever you need for us to help support you. And if your child just needs a chance to see one of us, we can FaceTime, we can Zoom. We really want to be here to help you. Let us know what we can do, and we'll try our best to help you out. Okay, take a deep breath. You're doing fantastic. And your kids are going to be great. I hope this helped. Bye.